Welcome back to another edifying episode of the Next Step Show Digital Transformation series, where we help you and your business to take that next step. Now, as promised, we have with us someone, an entrepreneur who wants to take that next step and who is thriving in our business. We have with us today Mrs. Julian Hylton, who is the co-founder and CEO of Futureventsja Jamaica. She will be sharing her journey with us after taking, that next step into her business. Now, without any further ado, we have Mrs. Hylton. Mrs. Hylton, how are you? Welcome to the Next Step Show Digital Transformation series. We have known each other for a while, and we have served you in many different capacities. But tell us and the audience, or tell the audience about who you are and what your business is about.
Thank you, Mohan. Thank you. It's great to be here. So, Julia. Who is Julia? Well, first, I'm a wife and I'm a mother. And I must say that I'm the co-founder of Futureventsja and Futurevents Rentals and Party. I'm the CEO of Futurevents. I'm an event planner. I'm the creative designer. So, a little bit about myself. I love to plan. I love to execute and design the great and memorable celebrations, for all different type of clients. So, in a nutshell, that is Julia.
Okay, great stuff. So we have spoken about businesses who have taken that next step, and we have one such business who took that next step, and we have served you and we have served you well. But what I want you to do for us today is to share your journey as to where did you start, what happened, and what did you get, how do you felt at the time when you decided to take that next step?
Well, growing up, having a big family, always coming together, and planning Christmas dinners, parties, celebration for grandparents, I realized that, I have a passion for planning and, putting events together. But it all started when my friends were getting married. And, there was one particular friend who wanted me to assist with, a little designing of the program, the invitation that I did. And I got a lot of compliments from many persons, and persons were coming and asking me to assist them with this. And I said, when it can be stressful, because I remember when I was getting married, it was very stressful. I didn't know anything at that time. Right. And I decided that, I love it. So why not just make a life out of it? So I guess it's my passion, it's my dream. So I just decided to embrace it and fulfill my purpose. And that's how I started the whole event planning. Okay, great.
So you were doing it as a hobby, and you realized that a business can be made out of this. Definitely. So at that point, what was the fear that you had before you decided to take that next step to establish yourself as an entrepreneur, a true entrepreneur, moving out of just a hobby? What sort of fear did you have?
Lord, I guess as an entrepreneur, all of us have fear, and my biggest fear was about my finances. You have a 9-to-5, stepping out, it's very hard, and you wonder if you're gonna be able to pay bills, mortgage, all of that, keep up with the car loans, all of those things. So that was my biggest fear, and sustaining the business when you step out there, can this work, and I know, I had many fears, and one of them was it's failure. Right. No one wants to fail. Right. So those were some of my fears. The biggest one was my finances. I didn't want to company coming for the car or they coming back for the house, so that was my biggest.
So you're in a situation where every month you know that you're going to get paid at this point in time and your bills are being taken care of.
Yes.
So here comes this idea, this big grand idea about going out here into your own business and then reality strike. The thing about entrepreneurship or going into your own business is sometimes initially the stream of income, money coming in is uncertain, so I guess at the end of the day, you are here, which would mean you have taken that next step, you understand, that big step. But how did you conquer that fear though? How did you push yourself beyond worrying about your bills, whether or not you'll be able to bring the business to fruition?
It's when you think about or you have that passion, it never go away, never. So it keep on pinching you, nudging you. You have to do this, you have to do that. So I decided that I had to do it because success is not going to come to me. I have to go for the success. And when I think about my son, I think about the legacy that I want to leave for him. And that means I don't want him to live and not follow his passion, his purpose, So because of that, I had to conquer my fear and I had to think about, what if you, couple years down the road, you're living this regret, And I came up on a quotation one day by Les Brown to say that too many of us, not living our dreams because we're living our fear. And I said, wow, no, I need to shake it off.
Right.
And I just need to forget about this imposter syndrome that tend to hold us back as entrepreneurs and go forward and know that you're worthy, and you can do it no matter what, And I just tell myself that if I fall, I need to land on my back so I can get up because I'm going to get up. So, even though that comes and the fear tend to come back all the time, but you need to look at why you actually started. So that is what actually helped me to conquer my fear and actually the fears that are coming day in, day out, those are what I use.
Well, great, so, as you speak, something came to mind, and it's one of the things I've always said to entrepreneurs that there are some myths that we grew up on, and one of them, in my opinion, is that we need to have a plan B. But for me, I believe a plan B is a cop-out to not focus deliberately or forcefully on plan A. You understand what I mean? Give it your all, so on and so forth. So I really appreciate the fact that you just decided to just, to take that plunge or take that jump, as Steve already said, which is good. So I know, as I said before, we have, you had the idea, you're doing it as a hobby, and then you're doing it as a hobby, and then you decided that you wanted to go into business full time, you could make some business out of this, and then the fear came and you conquered the fear. But what pushed you though to finally take that next step, into your business, to put yourself out there as an entrepreneur, to say, these are the things that I need. Most business persons in Jamaica think they see a website as an expense other than an investment in their business. So how or why did you, what caused you to decide to take that?
Well, you see, when you decide to go into your business full time, that happened for me because I was actually doing it part time. Mm-hmm. So that happened for me in 2017 when I decided, no, part time is not working. Right. So I will actually go into this full time. And you realize that if you're going to do it good, you just need to do it good. So taking the next step, I knew from there onward that I need an online presence. And how do you get an online presence? You definitely need a website. And you just don't need a website just for website's sake.
Right.
You need a website that speaks to the brand, to your brand. And I knew that I didn't just want any website or just something that will appeal to the type of market that I'm actually going for. So I want my clients, when they come on my website, they are seen. So it was more of an experience. And because of that, taking the next step, I had no choice but to go for next step digital solution because, you know, heard about your great service, everything, and you know, I just needed that online presence, and I know that you're not going to go anywhere and get that. So it was very important for me as a wedding or event planner that just as how I take care of my client, I wanted someone to take care of my need as for a website. So it was that same experience that I give to my clientele is the same experience that I wanted to experience. So, okay.
Great stuff. So, I mean, and that is good because you are in the design industry. It's like when you were growing up, they said you must put your best foot forward and first impression last, so on and so forth. So you took that next step, you decided that you want web presence, you want social media presence, you want,
and you want to ensure that persons can find you.
which is very important, and that speaks to SEO, search engine optimization, where website is concerned. But then, how has your business changed? What sort of change you saw once you did this? Once you took that next step, and you got your website, you got your business card that looking great, you've got your online presence. How did that change your business?
Oh my God, can I tell you? I should have done this years ago. I think I waited too long to believe in my best life.
Right.
But I must say that taking that next step was very, very important for me. And when you know that no matter how persons will say getting a website is too much money and all of that, no. I would tell any entrepreneur, when you're stepping out there, step out with a great website. Because it builds credibility for your client when they actually come and they find you, they say, oh, this is not a scam. You know, they actually have a business. And what it is that when persons go on my website, they can actually experience future events before even speaking to me as a planner. And that is what is great about the website. When persons can come, their client come and they say, I went on your website, I love it, it's beautiful, it's like a journey. And the experience is great because when you can go and find me via Google, I can tell you, I get a lot of reviews via Google, I can tell you about 5 minutes. So when they Google you and they actually find you on Google and they actually go to your website and they can tell you about your business and you can see that. They didn't just go to your homepage alone. It's taking them right through. So they actually see, it's almost like a story. So they see themselves coming to your store already. It's great. It's fabulous, and I'm so happy that I take that step. So, I mean, having a website is great.
Great, and I know most persons, most of our viewers probably saying at this juncture, I mean, I have an Instagram page, I have a Facebook page, why do I need a website? But then at the end of the day, you cannot curate your work or the journey that the experience that you want to sell or you want to afford your client on Instagram. They will scroll so much and no more. But the website, what the website does, it serves as a place where everything is organized in a logical fashion, so that they can easily get the bits and pieces of information that they want in an instant. You mentioned about being found through Google, and that's something that we will talk about, more in another episode. But it is important that to understand that it's not just having a website, because having a website without search engine optimization is like writing a book and keeping it under your bed. If I go to the bookstore, I will not be able to find it. But I mean, so business is going good.
Great.
Business is going good, which is great. Is there anything that you want to share with the viewers as to what experience you want to share with them, whether good or bad, so that it could be a learning thing for them?
The experience is that in a relationship, it's not everything that will go well. But what I love about the relationship that I have with Next Step Digital Solution is that from the initial stage, there's a consultation. And the joy of it is that it's the same approach that I will take with my clients.
Right.
So having been on the opposite side of the fence now and getting that experience, the royal treatment, that experience is good. It's understanding my business, not just giving me a template and saying, okay, this is what we're going to create. But you know that I'm appealing to a particular market.
Right.
And the experience, the consultation, and then the end product is that beautiful website that speaks to my brand. And it's not just, okay, we had the consultation, and then I go build a site, here it is, we're finished. No. During the entire process, Next Step staff, always there, call up. Hi, I'm like, okay, yes, I'm fine, I'm okay. So, and then after, the support, that is it, the support after, because, I mean, you can give me a website, a beautiful website. I'm not a web developer, I don't know how to handle that. Definitely. But the support after, it's just marvelous, and it's just great. It's just great, and why it speaks so well to me, and I love it. It's because of the same experience that I'm giving to my client, and I want my client to ensure that when I'm over and done, I'm not just leaving them. I'm reminding you that, hey, Futureventsja care about you. And for you to get that experience, it's good. So I love the experience, I love the journey. I always talk about the journey, I love the journey. Meet with me, okay, here's a website. But you're there, Joe. We're at this stage, we're at stage 2, we're gonna do this next, all of that. Timeliness, good. The unveiling, wonderful.
Well, I mean, we try to be as involved in our clients' business as possible.
That is what I love.
Because you can't go to the tailor, you can't call the tailor over the phone and say, hey, build me a suit. You understand what I mean? The tailor has to get involved, your measurement, how you look, and so. So for us here at Next Step Digital Solution, we provide what we call digital solutions that will take you to that next step. Hence the reason why it's called Next Step Digital Solutions. Now, we don't, as you mentioned, we don't just give you a website and walk away. We understand your business, we find out from you where you're going 5 years from now. What would you want to be 5 years from now? What sort of product, what sort of service that you want to be, you think you'll be offering down the road. And what we do, we create and craft a solution that's flexible enough to meet that need. And here you are, from an idea to one of the company within the industry that person are buying for. You said you got a lot of business to Google.
Yeah, it's
How is
great.
that?
It's great because what I did, I wanted to know where I'm investing my money is working. So I take the time, especially if I'm the person when I'm having a consultation to find, how did you find us? And when they said, oh, I Googled. I'm like, okay. And I Googled myself because I'm like, wow. So, and the quality, I am telling you the quality, I can say that even in this pandemic,
I was about to ask, you're jumping the gun, I was about to ask, so you took that next step way before the pandemic?
Way before the pandemic, yes.
So you have your online presence, you have your website, you have your social media, your search engine optimization is on point. How did that help you within this pandemic? Because I can tell you that there are a lot of persons who try to, get that sort of presence at that time. But how did that help?
It's almost like, God is working for me. Can I say? So when I decided to take the next step, I'm happy that I took the next step in getting my website done, because during the pandemic, I don't think I would be able to. But instead of me running around and trying to get a website done and all of those things, it was already there. It started working for me a long time. So that momentum that it already built up everything, I was able to just sit and relax. And during the pandemic, there was more demand for planners due to the fact that persons are way overseas and they're not able to come to Google Planning. Google, and there, future events. So it actually worked for me, and instead of during the pandemic for me to actually go and try to find somebody to develop my website at that time, it was already done and it was working. So I didn't have that gap. I didn't have that gap, and thanks be to God that I had
I'm next step.
Yes.
So which is good, and I just want to put it out there that there are a lot of customers that don't know of your business, but then they are able to find me on Google. And that's expert SEO, because that's what is important for us to have that consultation with you to see what your business is about, who your target audience is, where they are, so on and so forth. What is it that you want to afford these customers? What is it that when they're sitting in their living room trying to decide what to do, they're already been engaged, now they're sitting in their bed trying to plan that, to decide which vendors to use. What is it that they're searching for? Is it that they're not searching for future events yet because they don't know of future events? But then we were able to optimize your website in such a way that whatever they search for, future event came up as a part of that option. So there will always be future events.
There is always future events. And I must say though, one of my experience that I love, and I definitely have to say this because it is so true, is that when I said that they build the website, you hand over the website, but you don't leave. What I like, anything new in the digital market, anything new, because everything is, they're new.
Right.
Pandemic is here, there's something new.
Right.
Next step is not leaving. Next step is actually saying, this is new, this is it, and how it fits with your business to move you to the next step. So I must say that that is also one of the experience that I have. I'm going anywhere, sorry. Happy for life.
Good stuff. I like it, and I wish you all the best. As I said, we are here, and I will be there when you unveil that, that complex, for event and such. And separate and apart from weddings, you also do corporate events as well?
Yes.
You had mentioned something, you had mentioned about the rental company.
Yes, so we actually started the rental arm.
So you moved from one business to two businesses?
Yes. And both are gone, both in the pandemic is going great. So we do have Future Events GE, and then we have Future Events rentals and parties. So when we focus on birthdays and all that, so yes, and we do all of the corporate events.
Nice.
And that is great because when persons come, they are like, oh, so you're Julian Hylton. I have seen you. I like this. And they phoned me years ago. I did some interview and they phoned me. I was like, okay. So I can tell you, it is working. It is actually working. I love it.
Great stuff, great stuff. As I said, it's a delight to have you, and you know, we are here to serve you continuously, and all the best in your business. We appreciate you, and we love you also, and we appreciate
We love next step.
you took that next step in your business, and it is working for you. And I mean, may God continue to pour into your basket, and you know, we're here. Receive it. Amen, amen. So that brings us to the end of the Next Step Show, Digital Transformation, where we help you and your business to take that next step. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share. Until next time, take that next step. I am Mohan Beckford, your Next Step boss.
5, 4, 3.